Thank God it's another beautiful Friday. It's the 9th in the month of April 2021. My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. It's the Fenya station, 32 FM 94.9. We go straight to the papers. GBEMISOLA joins me on the program. Good morning to you, GBEMI.
Good morning to you. Thank you very much for tuning in this Friday morning. Straight to the papers I have with me, the Punch newspaper, Vanguard, Daily Post, and Independent. I'm taking headlines from Punch newspaper now. Kidnap epidemic. Gunmen abduct 18 in Ogun, Oyo, Rivers, Imo, Katsina. CBN freezes another 194 accounts of firms, BDCs others. PDP governors in Zamfara beg Matawale not to join APC. State police way out of banditry insurgency, El Rufai insists. Also this morning, Ogun prophet arrested for alleged rape of 17-year-old member in church. Drop your presidential bid, go for APC chairmanship. More headlines from Punch newspaper from the metro section. Uniport student slumps, dies at home after exams. Trans-border trafficker caught with 280 kg drugs in Kebbi. 2 jailed for life over Ondo Poly lecturer, others kidnapped. From the business side, marketers project petrol price reduction as oil falls. NNPC to resume oil exploration in Sokoto Basin. Green Africa to deploy 15 aircraft across Nigeria. Also, from the politics side, Nigeria can learn from South Africa on fair politics. That's coming from Uche Secondas. PDP picks Monday for Southwest Congress in Osun State. And finally, shun religious ethnic differences, Mark tells leaders.
And from Daily Trust, Ganduje, how I escaped plane crash. 30 million from Dangote, 20 million from Tinubu, who gave what at Aisha Buhari's book launch. Aisha Buhari, why I chose to be treated at a Nigerian private clinic instead of going to London. Bandits release 5 more students in Kaduna. I am taking a short rest in London, says Buhari. Doctor strike. Reps threaten arrest warrant on MDCN registrar for no show. ACF meets parents of abducted students. U.S. Embassy, DPRC train 100 English teachers in Kano. EFCC to religious bodies, join us to fight corruption. Resident doctors will account for any death during strike, Senate committee. Gunmen hit another police formation in Imo. Let's see some more from Daily Trust. Sanusi advocates debt relief for Nigeria, retooling debt to GDP benchmark. 2020 NSF presidency waiting to Edo Sports Ministry's face-off. Anxiety intrigues as PDP holds Southwest Congress.
Give us state governing boards, NYSC tells governors. That's from Vanguard. More from Vanguard, yeah. Police arrest 3 community leaders over alleged jungle justice. 3 feared killed as cultists clash in Port Harcourt. Agbekoya urges Ishekiri to rally round Olu of Warri designate. HP seizes over 4.5 million counterfeit products in 2020. That's from an official. Israel remembers Holocaust members, mourns those lost to pandemic. Also, Chidi Ekweme's daughter joins Anambra Guba race. Babalola Shabi remains Bale of Kirikiri town. That's from Oba Degboye. Abia government investigates explosives found in school. PDP will partner ANC to save democracy in Africa, Secondus. We must decentralize police power now. El Rufai. Ogun governor calls for prayer against security, economic challenges. Blame insecurity on bad losers, anarchists, Murik. Jonathan's administration, best in Nigeria history, Gbagi. Bandits surrender 26 rifles to police in Katsina. Army confirms killing of 11 personnel in Benue, vows to go after perpetrators. Apapa blockade, police a Lasma pass buck over scuttling of e-collop system. Will collaborate with Amotekun, others on security, says OPC's new leader. How I escaped death in plane crash with late Colonel Wase Ganduje. 2 soldiers missing as gunmen killed 2 mobile policemen in Taraba. Hold us accountable to our promises. APC charges clerics. We are touching lives, with Kwasip, Abdurazak, and finally, Nigeria's problems surmountable. That's coming from the Christian Association of Nigeria.
And from Premium Times, Nigeria's SEC moves against investment platforms trading foreign securities. Nigerian government silent on quote shutdown shocking NBA. Bandits do not deserve to leave. El Rufai. Bandits do not deserve to leave. El Rufai. Dangote Buarao spills over to sugar business amid allegation of policy breach. What could be going on between these two gentlemen? They seem to be the most celebrated entrepreneurs in Nigeria at the moment. Judiciary workers strike continues after meeting with NBA. Still from Premium Times, Oshibajo extols Aisha Buhari's virtues as book on First Lady is launched. Kelechi Ndukwe becomes first Nigerian-American captain of a U.S. Navy ship. Aisha Buhari's achievements make First Lady's office essential. Tinubu. Buhari says he's taking short rest in London, writes Jordanian king. Gunmen abduct Imo monarch entire cabinet. Buhari dissolves, reconstitutes governing councils of UNILAG, UI, OAU, orders. Less than 2% of COVID-19 vaccines administered worldwide. Wars in Africa, WHO. Gunmen attack third police station in Imo in less than 72 hours.
All right, Daily Post newspaper, Katsina police uncovers lethal weapons from surrendered bandits. Too late for Nigeria's disintegration, renowned author Awoshika. BOA fires back as Dangote engages company in sugar war. Taraba workers suspend minimum wage strike. Still on strike, some resident doctors receiving multiple salaries. Rep. Sununu. Nigeria inaugurates Police Public Complaints Committee. Nigeria inaugurates Police Public Complaints Committee, announces Special Investigation Unit. Blaming 8th Senate for insecurity under Buhari is propaganda. Saraki to Murik. Rivers, kidnappers yet to free APC chairman Hyacinth Nwiye. Kogi Police expels 4 students for examination malpractice, another for cultism. Niger requires amoxicillin zinc supply to save 19,000 under 5 children from death. On insecurity, be mindful of your utterances. Arewa Group cautions leaders. And finally, from here in Ebonyi State, another aide to Mai Monday Eze resigns.
The Guardian newspaper, your unusual First Lady, voice of conscience, Oshibajo Tinubu eulogized Aisha Buhari. 4 gang leaders surrender with ammunition in Katsina. Wike Tambua Sule Commission wrote in Benue. Lord Otam, Guardian publisher, tasked Buhari on nation building. Let's see some more from the Guardian newspaper. I take this one here. Hope for Nigeria as Africa awaits 428 new oil gas projects. And still from there, how the Guardian redefined media practice in Nigeria by Oshibajo. Liverpool B to end home pain as Lingard fires West Ham push. Let's go to some political story here. PDP shifts Southwest Zonal Congress venue from Ibadan to Oshogbo. North Central APC chieftains push for power shift to South. Council officials, political appointees pledge to leave PDP with Ayade. And from the business side of the Guardian, Group laments 500 million naira daily loss to stripping Operation Hiccup. MTN banks working on sustainable USSD pricing model. Asman apologizes for reshuffles management over safety violations. That'll be all from the Guardian.
Independent newspaper, I will give Anambra governorship election my best shot. Mogalu. How Buhari's economic policies took Nigeria out of recession. Ari, ITF DG. Adopt roadmap in discharge of your duties. Tarfa counsels civil servants. Why IMF projects 6% global GDP growth. Also from independent newspaper, Governor Emmanuel condoles with Nigeria police over personnel's death. Police arrest 3 community leaders over alleged jungle justice. Aisha Buhari's role unquestionable. That's coming from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Also, Ganduje narrates how he escaped death in plane crash with late Colonel Wase. Just in, 1 person shot dead, 5 injured as police arrest suspect in Texas. Uni just promotes 25 to professor and 282 non-teaching staff to higher ranks. Okowa extols the Guardian's contribution to nation building. Okay, this one says e-governance helping our transformation of Oyo State. APC reconciliatory moves suffer setback ahead of 2023 elections. Okay, I think those are all the headlines I have from Independent newspaper. We go on a break now. When we return, we get to the analysis of the stories. Stay with us.
Guy, what's in the make you scatter house like this, eh?
I beg, you help me see my Airtel SIM.
I carry and give Shade yesterday, but you know they use am again now.
Yay! You don't carry my bonus give landlord picking. Now today you go pack out.
On top Airtel SIM?
Yes, so if you don't reach 15 days where you never use your Airtel SIM, go find them now. Because why? Ogonga will full on top of. Hey, get 2,000 naira airtime plus extra 200 MB for just 200 naira. The more you recharge, the more you are woofo. To begin enjoy this awoof, just dial *241*7#. Terms and conditions, Joe.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
See how much it now looks better. Golden pennies and movita. New look, the same great taste. Golden pennies and movita. Because it's easy to swallow and not too heavy. The same great taste, easy to make. Golden pennies and movita. See how much it now looks better. Golden pennies and movita. Natural. So food, pennies and Movita. See now the brand new look. Mama says I'm Movita. See now the same great taste. See now the golden penny. See now the golden penny.
Are you ready to have a happy moment on radio, learning, and at the same time having fun?
How many sevens can we get in 49?
That would be 7.
All right. By how much is 55 more than 33?
55 more than 33. 22.
If you share 16 coconuts among 4 people, what will each get?
4.
That's interesting. How many threes are there in 18?
20.
And the king had 15 horses. Share amongst 5 people.
3.
Okay, that's interesting. We got a winner this morning.
Then join Auntie Yellow on 32 FM 94.9, Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m.
Smart Kids Show. Let us learn, unlearn, and relearn.
32 FM
94.9.
Thank God it's another beautiful Friday. Studio type check, 19 minutes past 6, and you run to 32 FM 94.9. It's live, Breakdown newspaper review. Good morning to you. I am OLUTAYO, OGUNADE.
And I am GBEMISOLA, SOYEMI. You can also join us on YouTube, 32 FM 949 Ibadan. Get to drop your comments there as well. Let's get into some of those stories. And of course, we are joined this morning by Austin Idumo. Good morning to you, Austin.
Good morning, Gbemi. Thank you.
All right.
Good morning.
Morning, Austin.
Okay.
of course, yesterday it was kidnap and kidnap and kidnap and kidnap everywhere. And I was wondering, do we come here today and talk about only kidnapping and, abductions? But then we really can't sideline this particular issue because it has become an everyday thing. Kidnap epidemic, gunmen abduct 18 in Ogun, Oyo, Rivers, Imo, and Katsina states. Kidnappers on Thursday struck in Ogun, Rivers, Imo, and Katsina states, abducting 12 people barely 24 hours after the new acting Inspector General of Police, Alkali Baba, vowed to battle banditry and other crimes. It did not just happen far away. It also happened very close to us.
You may also want to take this in one swoop. Unknown gunmen have attacked a third police station in Imo State, Nigeria's southeast, in less than 72 hours. The attack occurred in the early hours of Thursday at Imbere Division Police Headquarters of the state, the Punch has reported. In less than 72 hours, gunmen attack third police station in Imo.
Yes, if you look at the back-to-back attack on police formation, especially in Owerri, the capital of Imo State, it's becoming very worrisome. I think the appropriate authorities should do the needful as to the root causes of all of this major assault, because anytime an attack is launched against security formation, it serves as a major security threat and a setback to the fight against insecurity in the country. Because when weapons are looted, that also could be used to launch further attack against the Nigerian state. From what we have gathered so far, it looks as if both the government of Imo State and the police authority in that state took for granted some intelligence reports before that particular attack on Monday, that there have been intelligence reports submitted by the DSS to the police formation in that state, that as the actionable party, which is the police, they failed to act within record time. And as we speak now, the commissioner of police and some top police officials in Imo State have been redeployed because even calling for a reinforcement was also lacking on the part of the former commissioner of police in that particular state. Why all of this happened, whether there are also insider collaboration and connivance, I think it's a matter of time based on investigation as far as those issues are concerned. Then on the issue of kidnapping, which has become like a new normal in the country as we speak now, something happened yesterday or a day before yesterday. We saw a video of Ogun traditional ruler kneeling down in the forest and begging and appealing to people. On this platform, Tayo, I told you that if care is not taken, we might get to a situation where a state governor will be adopted and it will be meant to kneel down in the bush and start begging people. We water it down as if it was a joke, and 3 days later the attack against Autumn happened, and here you have traditional ruler. We also had it this morning, I think in Imo or somewhere in the southeast, that all his cabinet members were adopted. So where do we go from here in the country? So I think the government must look for a way to deal with this issue decisively. There are associated issues as far as this issue of banditry, kidnapping, and what have you is concerned in the country. Let's address the socio-economic problem. Then we look at commercial aspect of it, because kidnapping actually took a commercial dimension wherein kidnappers now see that they could make fortune in terms of huge amount of money from this venture. Let us not allow it to become more lucrative. Let the government look for a way to actually quell this ugly trend in the country. Of course, we have a new IGP. He has promised that he's going to end all of these vices in the shortest possible time. But it is not also like a rocket science. He can't perform magic. He had to work based on existing template and based on the current structure that we have in the country. So a lot of people are also calling for the decentralization of the policing system in the country. I think that is a way to go. Sometimes on this platform too, we also said that we need to restructure the system. And if we fail to do so, the system has a way of restructuring itself. I think we are gradually getting close to where things will begin to take proper shape, and individual state government will continue to rise up to defend their own people.
And in the midst of all of this, President Buhari says is in London taking a short rest.
He didn't even speak to Nigeria. If you look at that story, he wrote
not to us,
the
Jordanian
monarch, saying that he was particularly disturbed about the a crisis in the royal empire in Jordan. Not particularly disturbed that doctors are on strike in Nigeria. Not particularly disturbed that judicial workers are on strike. Not disturbed that ASUP members are on strike. This is the type of president we have. The president cannot react to on-the-spot situations. Of course, some of his apologists will say, oh, whatever he has done is the right thing. I don't see anything wrong in anybody or even the president taking medical treatment outside the country. But the truth of the matter is that you look at the situation. You have spent close to 6 years in office. For the period under review, have you been able to build new hospital? If you have not, how many of these hospitals have you established or even upgraded to a first-class hospital that can attend to president health? We are not even told that the president is sick. We were told that he went on a medical checkup. So no hospital within the country could attend to the president's
Will there be an end,
need.
Austin, to all of these absurdities we're experiencing in this country?
Yes, it's a matter of time.
When?
I believe that an end will definitely come. We only need a radical president, for example, that has the mind. Look at President Muhammadu Buhari, for example. Before he came on board, he actually talked about this medical tourism. Not until he got to power. You and I never knew that he goes to London almost every time for treatment. But this expenses.
Chris Ngige says, he's been going, on medical tourism even ever before he became president of Nigeria.
It doesn't
so
really,
you can't stop him now that he's your president.
It doesn't really matter. That is an affront. That is insulting the sensibility of the country. It's a public office holder, and some of this trip, public funds are spent, taxpayers' money. As a private citizen, of course, he could use his pension to go abroad for medical treatment. Nobody cares. We have a lot of people who travel for medical tourism in the country. Do you get to hear about them? But we are talking about the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, particularly for the fact that a lot of sectors are collapsing under his watch. Look at the security, for example. This is the former military head of state that we could say, oh, in terms of security, let's even take economy out of it. In terms of security, he will be able to tackle some of these challenges. But here we have today, the country is almost grounded, and you find a situation where some people will make case for Mr. President and say, oh, you can't stop him from going to see his doctors. As if he uses his private money for that.
How and where do we get the radical president in quotes, or radical leaders in quotes, as you said? Because we already have like a list of people that we expect would be running in the next 2 years. Do we see any of them? Any new person could emerge, we know that. But then do we see any of them being radical? Or does it mean we have to wait until this circle finishes their, their recycling before we start looking at somebody who is really going to help the country?
Yes, it might not necessarily be so. New person eventually may not emerge. It could still be part of the old people that we know. Until they get to power, you never can tell. This is a president that we are made to understand that he has some health challenges. Of course, nobody wish any other person bad as far as the health is concerned. And health too is not a matter of age. Anybody can fall sick at any point in time. But the truth of the matter is that we have never had this so badly before. That is just the basic truth. If you look at it, whosoever that will emerge, of course, we need a leader that will be a pan-Nigerian that can set a kind of pace in terms of paradigm shift.
Donyi Okupe.
Well, Donyi Okupe has also served in public capacity. We have tested what is made for. Donyi Okupe said if he refused or if he failed to fulfill his campaign promise, he should be ordered for a firing squad. And I begin to wonder who will want to take the president.
Someone says we should stone them the other time if they fail to perform.
All these are just tissues of lie, just political gimmicks to deceive the people. Is he a Yaya Bello in Kogi State? What has he done in Kogi State? Is he a governor that will come out in the open and say if you refuse to vote for us, you will hear ta 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 ta? Is that what we are talking about? The truth of the matter is that on a more serious note, we need someone that can set the pace. Let us upgrade our hospital. Let us get treated. For example, I know of a former governor who said, I don't want to travel out of the country. I will get treated here in Nigeria. If I die, so be it. And eventually lost his life in Nigeria. We need this type of people at a very old age too. You understand? So not at every point in time you have to travel out of the country for a medical treatment, for a medical checkup.
Have you seen the book, Aisha Buhari, Being Different?
Yeah, it's been different. I've seen the book. We must give it to Aisha Buhari. Of course, we could also have some reservation about her personality. For example, she's a little bit different from the wives of the president of Nigeria that we have known before, in the sense that she's a type of person that does not necessarily have to toe the part of the government or what the government is saying. We have seen a wife of the president that is critical of the administration of the president. You know, that has never happened before in the history of Nigeria. We have seen first lady who will queue behind their husband, who will tell you that all is well even when all is not well. But another thing is that how has Nigerians benefited from this position that the first lady have always maintained? You know, that is another different game entirely, because the first lady in the first time told us that, oh, my husband, if you continue like this, 2019 I will not go out to campaign with you.
I saw the invite. I didn't see the name of Mr. President on it. I mean President Muhammad Buhari. And why would the president choose, a glory moment for his wife to be away?
Does he have to be officially invited as the husband?
Okay.
Well, perhaps maybe like what Gbemi said, he might not have to be officially invited. But me too, I was also worried that what is going on here, like that man will say, what is going on here? The president's wife is launching a book, and the president is far away in London. The president did not even react to the issue of the book. All we read about the statement issued yesterday was about the country called Jordan. You understand? You know, for a long time, some people told us that Asiwaju could not get to Aso Rock because he's not a cabinet member. Now, the wife of the president has come back and said, oh, this man that you said is not a cabinet member, I'm going to bring him to the seat of power. And yesterday, we saw the ceremony. Aisha Buhari should continue to do more. Of course, according to her, she said she opted to be treated within Nigeria instead of having the opportunity to go out of the country. You need to continue to speak truth to power, irrespective of whatever challenges. Of course, a lot of people have also seen that it is because there is crisis in the home. That is why you could see a wife coming out to the public to talk about some of these issues as far as the husband's administration is concerned. In all of this, I think we should look inward. Let us look at how to properly do things in Nigeria. People like Garba Shehu, Femi Adesina, those that are very close to Mr. President, they were also not invited, or they were also deliberately not part of that particular project. But the truth of the matter is that if you look at the relationship between Mr. President and the wife, I think all is not well, because the president chose to stay away. Who is that wife that the husband will be governor or president and decide to spend 6 months outside the shores of the country? We were not told that she was sick, and she said she was never sick. She only went out of the country, and she came back because one of the daughters too is preparing to get married. So all of this, we put them in proper perspective. But the truth of the matter is that how do some of these issues put food on the table of an average Nigeria? We want a better economy. We want a situation where our people will be employed. We want a country where we can sleep with our 2 eyes closed.
And
this
if
is what we
family
need from the government.
is the smallest unit of any society, are we surprised that we're in this state? If the family is looking like
managed.
it's not being properly managed.
Yes, from all indication, the family is not being properly managed. That is the truth of the matter. Except we want to.
And that's
except we want to deceive ourselves. We have seen a situation where the president family members have verbal altercation, open altercation with the wife of the president. It has never really happened in the history of Nigeria before. Of course, we have this culture in Nigeria that when you win election, you get into government house, all your family, friends, everybody come to stay in the government house. But we have never had it so badly in terms of sore relationship between Mr. President and the wife and the family member. We even saw altercation, Garba Shehu exchanging words with the wife of the president. It cannot happen under the watch of some first lady in Nigeria. Under Bele Jonathan, Dame Jonathan was almost like everything. She was also there yesterday. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making. It looks as if some set of people that some people have said, oh, no go area for you. Somebody came and said, no, these are my friends. Let them come. We own this government together. So let there be good management of the election. Of course, it is personal. On a good day, it's not something that we should even start discussing in a public glare. But whether we like it or not, this is the first family. Whatever that concerns them also have to do with the public because they are no longer private citizens.
193 universities not enough for Nigeria's population. That's coming from the minister, which is Adamo. We'll take that story and much more after these messages.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
Hey, now your house be this.
E shock you. Enter kitchen, make I show you my double door fridge. You never see anything, no.
How una take manage am? New house, new fridge. Abeg show me the road, oh.
My sister. Now landlord wahala na carry me go discover Adron Homes and Properties, oh. Adron Homes and Properties, now real estate company. We get integrity.
Abeg talk to me, talk to me.
My husband called to give me money, oh. Before you know, no. We don't own our own home. Adron Homes can't give us key, give us fridge. Everything just changed for us.
Hey!
Yes, so you selfie top up your family fund this Easter with only 25,000 naira initial deposit. Constantly spread your balance between 12 to 36 months with plenty gift we buckle for grab. Oh yeah, sharply call Adron Homes on 0703 040 2305 or 0803 394 8424.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
Hey, what if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
32 FM
94.9.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us again. We are still here with Austin, and I have the story that says 193 universities not enough for Nigeria's population. Minister Adamu, the National Universities Commission, NUC, on Thursday handed over operational licenses to the 20 new private universities recently approved by the federal government provisional. The licenses authorize the new institution to commence academic activities. Now, we've talked about, the health sector and how it is. the education sector also has a lot of challenges, and you're wondering, is the solution to the education sector, is it the provision of or the institution of new universities, or is it the revitalization of the ones in existence?
Well, it's a two-edged situation. In as much as we need to revitalize the existing institution, we also need to bring new ones on board to be able to accommodate a lot of intending students to the higher institution. Because if you look at the current structure in admission, you discover that year in, year out, we have a lot of people, multiple numbers, that are being denied admission into tertiary institution. I think the worry majorly is that there is an ongoing effort to commercialize education in the country, because we are talking about licenses for private universities. In this scenario, the privately owned university is almost equating the government owned as a result of lack of funding, because there's this issue of protracted crisis in the public universities. You can't predict the time you leave the university. You can only know or determine when you enter the university system. So let government therefore work in such a way that public education will still be very vibrant and will also be meant for the common man, because it is not everybody that will have access to this privately owned university. So let government, as they grant provisional licenses for private tertiary institutions, let them also put efforts together to ensure that we also bring on board new public institutions, because whether we like it or not, according to the Holy Book, the poor will continue to be amongst you, will continue to be in your midst. So we must make effort deliberately to accommodate the most vulnerable in our midst, except we are denied them the opportunity of a tertiary education in Nigeria. So 190-something university, they are grossly inadequate. But as we give licenses to the private university, let's also look in the direction of public school, because I think there is an onslaught to particularly destroy public institution and education for that matter in Nigeria, so as to give rise to private education. And some of these university, if you look at some of them, they are glorified secondary school. Apology for that. That is the way it looks like. There's nothing like government institution, but there is a plan to kill public institution in Nigeria, which is uncalled for.
Would there ever be a time that people would prefer in Nigeria, public institutions over private institutions? We've seen it happen in some other countries where you have the public institution gives you the opportunity to not pay as much as you pay in private institutions. That's coupled with the quality of education gotten from these public universities. Will there ever be a time that Nigeria would get to that point based on the current situation?
Yes, we talk about purposeful leadership. It depends on reforms. In Rwanda particularly, that has happened, wherein private schools are shut it down for public school. Remember when Fashola came for the very first time, something similar happened, but that could not be sustained eventually. So we must get to a level where we put reform together. It's not just the amount that is being paid, but we're also looking at the quality of learning, quality of infrastructure. The truth of the matter is that some of these facilities you find in public school, you might never find them in private school. You understand? Recreational facilities and what have you. We can go to private school all around, but some of them are turned to business center. They are turned to money-making enterprise.
But they still give licenses to new ones who also have similar platforms.
That is what I said. There must be political will on the part of the government. If you want to stop licenses to this private school, there are criteria, for example, that is said. But how well have you been able to fund your university? Is it a public university that was shut down for almost a year? Even when lockdown was ongoing as a result of the pandemic, ASU still came on board with strike, and that became protracted for a long time. So we have to look at all of these myriads of issues to be able to tackle the challenges in the country. So the government is deliberately, by their actions, policies, and programs, promoting private education and private institution above that of the public. So that is what we are talking about, because the public is more accessible and readily available even to the common man.
All right. Okay.
A former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, has advocated debt relief for Nigeria as it mounts, saying the debt to gross domestic product GDP ratio is a useless way of measuring the debt sustainability. We look at this story, but let's take some calls here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Comrade Modulu from Agbo.
All right.
Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, comrade.
Now, in respect of the phenomenal increase in kidnapping, in all the interviews I've been granted, I will maintain my stand just as Austin has rightly spoken this morning. If the government of any state fail to address the socio-economic dimension to crime, crime will increase at a phenomenal dimension. And finally, there is likely to be revolution. This is what Aristotle said. When the state deliberately keeps its people in poverty, and Nigeria becomes the headquarters of poverty around the world, and there's high rate of unemployment, people are living in poverty, and we are those who are the corridor of powers. They maintain no challenge attitude to address this problem. I'm telling you, this kidnapping will continue because people will definitely want to use their productive energy. They will divert to something else. If you go to ESC at the you will see young fresh people who are being arrested for criminality. And this state, the Nigerian state, produce criminal himself by paying those who are committing crime in the land. Thank you. Have a nice day all.
All right. Thank you, comrade, for your call there. Gabriel Oval on YouTube. Thank you for your call, for your message there. We'll do something about what you just said. Kudos to you guys, Gabriel Oval. Thank you. Bamdele Ayodele, I've also noted what you said. Let's take more calls on the program. 0906 200949. Hello.
John is my name. Austin, good morning. Yes, the president is disturbed by what is happening in Jordan, but not disturbed by what is happening in my country called Nigeria. Our president is more concerned by what happens there. So our president is more Catholic than the Pope, more Ayatollah than the Sadist. Yes, I equally love the way the police has removed the commissioner of police in the state. But my question is that what happens to the commandant of the correctional center there? Because I believe that when this government started gathering in front of the correctional center, which I know, what happened to the officers and men there to have informed that the leadership so that they can call for more people to come there. And I know that the Imo State Police Command has boundary with the correctional center there. So it is good that what happens to the commissioner of police is equally happens to the commander correctional center there. John Njoku is my name. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 0906 200949 0906 200949. That's the number to call. You can also drop your comments on YouTube. 32FM 949 Ibadan. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
To you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Adishi Yomola from UI. If you notice, when democracy started in 1999, you see why for even 9 local government chairmen, they have foundations, they have what they are doing for the people. But I'm surprised that somebody who has left for the country for almost 8 months now just to become, and a person who wants to become Nigerian president is saying he has achieved a lot. For personally, with our own personality, the human is good, but that he has achieved something for the past has achieved absolute zero because of the tension around her. And on the Imo State, the government in Imo State is that let the federal government restore the normal governors who voted for there. Someone that came fourth in the election is now imposed on them. That's why they are having all this crisis. Normality will return when they return the normal governor to that place. That's the best of today.
Thank you for your call there. 0906 200949. 0906 200949. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm Falodu calling from Papa Ilodo. Good morning, Mr. Austin.
Thank you, sir.
You can see attacking the north, attacking the south, attacking in the west, attacking in the east. I pray that Nigeria will not be sitting on the crest of gunpowder with the way people are attacking. You see, government is not is not in control again of security wise. You see, government is not in control. And that's the reason why I said yesterday that the new acting inspector of police is not a miracle worker. He is very competent man, but he lacks the Nigerian police lacks the technological know-how on how to confront the present criminality institution that Nigeria is now facing. He lacks it. So we just advise that we have to decentralize our security architecture. That's just the only way. But standing community policing is not the only way. You will see that most of these people will go to local area, software area, started killing people. They cannot come to the capital. So it is better for us to make sure that we secure ourselves. This is the young place we have this a constitutional issue. Right. Until we done this constitution, we continue to be complaining. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Falado. We'll go on a break. We'll be back.
Guy, what's in the make you scatter house like this?
I beg, you help me see my Airtel SIM.
I carry and give Shade yesterday. But you know they use am again now.
Yay! You don't carry my bonus give landlord picking. Now today you go pack out.
On top Airtel SIM?
Yes, so if you don't reach 15 days where you never use your Airtel SIM, go find them now. Because why? Ogonga will full on top of. Hey, get 2,000 naira airtime plus extra 200 MB for just 200 naira. The more you recharge, the more you are woofo. To begin enjoy this awoof, just dial *241*7#. Terms and conditions, Joe.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
bá a ṣe ń bojú wẹ̀yìn tá à ń rí yín ló ń wú wa lórí ẹ̀yin lẹ wà ń bẹ̀ táwa fi ń dẹmọ fakọsí milẹ̀ngbẹ̀ dábìrà ìtẹ̀lé àti àròtì yín lójúpọ̀ ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ wa gbogbo lọ́pàá ìtẹ̀síwájú wa ẹ̀yin tí a lórí Facebook àrí yín ẹ dúró re ẹ̀yin tí Instagram ẹ gbáyì lórí Twitter ẹ wálẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tí YouTube ẹ fòró wíwà ń bẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ṣeyebíye sí wa kílẹ̀ yín tẹ̀ ń gbé gànà wòrán dúró dè ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa láwọn ojúpọ̀ ayélujára wa gbogbo pẹ̀lú 32FM 949 Ìbàdàn 32FM 949 Ìbàdàn àdúpẹ́ o iyì yín pọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wa bí iyanrìn òkun ó pọ̀ yẹ́yẹ́.
àṣọpọ̀ tó yìí.
32 FM
94.9.
Welcome back. Hello, good morning.
Tayo, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Tayo, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Thank you. Just a good morning. Please, quick one. Tayo. I want to know, personal opinion now, is the president aware of everything that is going on in this country? No, but say, that is where I'm confused. Is he aware about all this security challenge, the kidnapping, the killing, the bandit, whatever? I'm not sure. That's why most time when I talk, people would like to castigate me or to move my head. I said, I'm confused about presidency and president. Imagine just having for them for this what supposed to happen for treatment. When everything is on, I mean, when everything is scattered, I was thinking my point, nobody can do anything about it. This man is not aware everything that is going on in this country. He's not aware. Some people are there, over there, and control this country, not me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bayo.
For your contribution. 0906 2000 949 0906 2000 949. Let's see if we have some messages here.
Let's ask ourselves these questions. Can all these happenings lead us to 2023 general election? Are we going to hire elemental beings as new security agents? Where do we hang our hope of survival again? What's the way out of all these? Achibiri FN. Too many questions, begging for answers. Let's take this call here. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, sir.
Please, I'm not doing for me, brother. Also, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please, I want to ask of what value
our books being launched and millions of naira being donated with the situation of the country, with the health situation, with the education situation, with the security situation. People still come around and launch book and millions have been donated. Of what value is that book? All of them go around launching with millions of naira. And when people come around and say we are sitting on the keg of gunpowder, how cheap is that gunpowder that we are continuously sitting on it? Have a nice day.
Have a nice day too. Thank you very much. 0906-2000-949.
Yeah, we got a voice note from a caller and a follower of the program. The particular road rehabilitation going on around Bodija. We'd like to play the voice note. We'll take more calls on the program.
This is a save our soul cry to the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, and the officer in charge of Oyo State Road Management Agency to help us ease the traffic being introduced as a result of slow or no work done to fix the drainage or the slab whatsoever that passed through the road just in front of Adenuga Street, Bodija. The traffic is unbearable as road users are impatient. Kindly fix the road because it looks abandoned already for almost a week now, except for the caterpillar and signage just placed on the road for diversion. Oyo Traffic Management can also help us bring sanity for now, but please and please help us fix the road. Thank you.
All right, we hope the appropriate authorities will do something. Austin, you want to add your voice?
Yes, I think it is proper, even if construction is ongoing, to actually ensure that there is free flow of traffic. Because the idea of construction is to ameliorate the suffering of the people. I do not think anytime we construct, the people have to feel more pain. So let the appropriate authority, especially the OISA, the Ostroman, the Oyo State government, look into it appropriately. So we thank that individual for that.
All right, the number to call once again, 0906-2000-949. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Penny. Morning, Tayo.
Good morning.
And Austin, good morning. I want to answer my brother Bayo. The president is not aware, but the presidency is aware. You know, that's the controversy we are still trying to clear out. That was the difference between the president and the presidency. The presidency will talk, and the president most time will feign ignorance, not knowing what is happening. That is the strange thing we have found ourselves in this part of the world now. We don't know what to do next. And on the security, until we have people that are determined to get this done, things might not really change. And that was why yesterday when I said they have decided to leave it in our own hands, they've asked us to defend ourselves. And that would be a very dangerous thing to do. We need to check these things. Literally everywhere, east, west, north, and south. There is nowhere that is safe again. We need to make changes. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. One more call and we are out of here.
Bandits now have the infantry to attack military personnel?
Yes, military bases, not just military personnel, military bases, and they are going about it. And some people
are you sure these bandits are not Boko Haram?
They are terrorists. They are terrorists. That is what we need to come to. Let's be able to declare them as a terrorist group and wage war, military option against them decisively.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Joseph Oluwasegun from Nevada. Please, what is the problem with Nigeria concerning launching of the books? Everybody is still going to office. There is market. There is no much problem except in 3 places. So why people are complaining that somebody should not launch his books? Is that the solution? Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Points made.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not sure we can take more calls this morning. Okay. Time to go. Thank you very much, Austin, for coming around and, of course, for all the analysis. Do we have any message?
Reinforcement cannot do anything, and people should stop pretending there can be a stop to attacks, unrest unless President Buhari and his government, the Senate under Lawan, put an end to their nepotic, tribal, religious, and corrupt actions. All right, this is... Thank you. We didn't get your name, though, but I can see one Mrs. Fumilayo. Thank you. We got your text. We have to go now. Thank you, dear listener. I am OLUTAYO, OGUNADE.
And my name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI. Have a great weekend. Coming up next is the Smart Kids Show.
Heaven made a radio, gave it a soul, and called it 32 FM 94.9, filling the world with laughter.